Okay, there we are. So give me a shout out if you can hear me. It has been one of those mornings with the computer. So if you are on, give me a shout out. Let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that I am there. Yeah, I went to get on and my entire computer was frozen. And then when I got in, I must have, the computer must have done an update last night. And then all of my virtual backgrounds were gone. So you get lips today. You don't get to be in my bathroom, you get lips, but it's all good because Murphy brought me my coffee. God bless the little boy. And he brought me my Dream Big cup. So we're going to dream big as we do our makeover today. So I love my little man, my little Scotty dog. So who is on this morning? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Wake Up and Makeup. So who do we have on? So as you come on, oh, it's gone again. I'm seriously having issues with Facebook. They have not let me do my Evite events correctly. I haven't been able to do any changing on the photos in there. Okay, you can hear me. Yay, Zenda. Good morning, Zenda. So what we are doing, we're doing a mix and mask this morning, and then I'll go right into that fun, funky look that Lori Hogg did. And so I will explain that to you. And there are a lot of steps to it, but you can always eliminate any kind of steps you want to. So what I am pampering myself this morning with is the charcoal mask. I've got it on my T-zone, and I've also got it around my mask knee area. And I don't usually do that, but since I've been wearing a mask so much, I do have it around that area too, because I have some breakouts right in here and then along my chin line. I also notice some pores in that area, and I don't like to see pores. And then I also have on my hydrogel eye patches. Love those. I call them angel wings because they give me so much hydration. And then in these areas, I have on the gel mask because those are the areas that I don't like to smile and see lines. And so that gives so much moisture there. So, and as you can see, there's some dark spots. Now that one right there, that is where it's still drying a little bit. And couple of spots down here where it's still drying, but where you see that uneven tone throughout the mask, that is where it's actually pulling out additional gunk out of the pores. It has additional poundage coming out of it. So I'll go ahead and tell you about the cleansing gel mask first and let you know what that is. So as you come back on and do your hashtag replay, let us know who you are, if you are a consultant or are you a guest of a consultant and who your consultant is, and tell us where you are from. Are you from what state you are from or what city you are from? And I should decide. I should introduce myself. I always forget. I am Senior Sales Director Susie Borg, and I live in the Seattle-Tacoma area, and that is in the state, not the area, the state of Washington. And we are having the most beautiful day today. We are going to have 78 degrees today, which we have not had that since September. 78 clear, beautiful skies. So with the charcoal mask, and I put it on, I have it in the bathroom, but I use one of these. I like to use, it is our old foundation application brush. And you can either use that or you can use our mask applicator. I just like the blending of this. I like the feel of it as it goes on. So anyway, what is activated charcoal? Activated charcoal is a charcoal that has gone through a special heating process. And that's what makes it activated. All right. And that helps to unclog your pores. It gives you your complexion a look that is clearer, healthier, and it minimizes your pores. And it has kaolin and bentonite clays in it, and that instantly absorbs the excess oil and reduces shine. And then it also has honeysuckle and navy bean extracts in it, and that helps to give you an overall smooth appearance. It soothes your skin, and it also targets the appearance of skin discoloration. So that that charcoal, it can actually absorb up to 2 times, double its weight in impurities as it is sucking it out of your skin. Okay, now a couple of things about this charcoal mask. I have not done this, but I hear a lot of people put it underneath their armpits because it really pulls the impurities out. So it gets the stink out. Okay. It just clears out those pores, pulls that out. So a lot of athletes like to do that. And then also you notice you have kind of a darker skin tone underneath your armpits. That will clear that up and give you a more clear, that you don't, that takes that darkness away. So something to think about. All right. So that is your charcoal mask. The other mask that I am using, oh, charcoal mask, screenshot. Charcoal mask, love it. One of our faves. All right, so then the next one is the moisture renewing gel mask. And I always like to use them as a pair. And I will either do it like this and do a mix and mask. Cute words, huh? Or I will do the charcoal mask first, and then I will put my patches on, and then I will put the gel mask on, and I will go to bed. Now I do take the little patches off before I turn out the light. I'll do some reading or something first. Otherwise I find them up in a little wadded ball in my bed somewhere by morning, because as I roll around, they peel off. All right, so the moisture renewing gel mask, what does it do? It is there are a number of important ingredients in it, which work synergistically together to deliver skin renewing hydration. So that is the biggest number one thing about it. It is a skin hydrator, and it does contain sodium hyaluronate, which is a closely related to hyaluronic acid. Okay, closely related, but not exactly. It is a powerful humectant, which aids to become a sponge in your skin to hold onto that hydration and attract moisture to your skin. And that's the whole name of the game. It also has niacinamide in it, and that is the two principles which make up vitamin B3, and that's to fortify your skin's barrier. And so again, while you're out in the sun, while you're in incidental sunlight, while you're on this blue screen, drying out your skin, you want to add that extra volume of hydration to your skin's surface. It also has acai berry in it, and that's reported to neutralize free radicals at a potency rate that is 80 times greater than green tea. How's that for you? Okay, and last, before I go take all this off, these are the little eye patches. These are what they look like. I'll take one off. There you go. And these are wonderful. Let me see if I can put it back on real quick, get the last little bit out of it. And some people, I've got them underneath my eyes. Some people put it on their little crow's feet or on this little line right here. You can also put them around your mouth, around these lines right here. And they are moisture, moisture, moisture. Oh my gosh, they are a refreshing burst of hydration to awaken the eyes and help to reduce the puffiness and the dullness. And they boost skin hydration, moisturizing power of glycerin, and powerful humectants to help with water loss. So you can do this once or twice a week, whatever you have time for. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. And then we're going to go on with our stuff. So what I want you to do while I'm washing this off is put in the chat. Do you do this? And do you use the charcoal mask? Do you use, oh, I didn't show you how these come. Okay, so again, charcoal mix and mask. You've got charcoal mask and you have the gel mask. Do two totally different things. The charcoal mask, that one is going to clean out your pores, suck the crap out of your pores, okay? And it also really helps with oil, gets rid of the oil, all right? And going to close up your pores. The gel mask is going to add hydration. So mix and mask. So let me know if you do them, if you use them separately, if you use them by themselves. And then your little eyelids, your little angel wings. They come in a container like this. You get 60 patches, so a set of 30. There you go. And they come like that. And then there's a little, I've lost the little spatula a long time ago. And then you pull them out one by one. And it's really important to keep this seal on there. Keep it on there really tight to keep that moisture in. Okay. So I've got my little patches off. And I like to take the cloth and just kind of put it on. Oh, let that sit for a few minutes. You probably can't hear me. Oh, let that just moisturize. Yeah. Okay. And pull that off. Now you'll see my skin. See how red it is? And that is only because it's really been pulling stuff out of my skin and the heat from the washcloth too. Okay, so I am going to go and do a quick rinse. I'll be right back. Enjoy your coffee. Whew, that feels so good. Oh, I should bring my cloth back. So a couple of places that you need to remember to get. So a couple of places. Always make sure that you rinse really well. Right here, I tend to collect. Oh, but look at the difference. Let me get my magnifying mirror out. The difference is night and day. I guess I haven't done that for a while. As far as your pores, because it gets all that stuff out and then it just sucks, the pores just close right up. Oh my gosh, that feels good. So if you haven't done that for a while, just treat yourself. And you know what, like I put that one posting up. It's not a treat. Taking care of your skin is just like taking care of any other organ of your body. It's not a treat. I mean, it is a treat and a pleasure, but it is necessity. It really is, to keep your skin in good condition. Okay, let me see if there's any comments and then we'll go on to our look. And any questions? Do you have any questions? Betty's on. Good morning, Betty. You love to mix and mask. Okay. Yeah, it just, oh my, oh, there's a little bit. There's a little bit. You want to get all of that off. There we are. Okay, then I'm going to show you, I'm not going to talk really about it, but I'll just kind of go with you through my morning routine. I probably do a whole lot more than everybody else, but then I'll get to my look. Quick sip of coffee so I can do it fast. Of course, I'll tell you what I've been doing this morning. Anybody else wake up really early and watch the prince's funeral? I don't know why, but the royal family fascinates me. Okay, I start with the naturally lip balm, or it's actually their moisturizer. I start with that on my lips. And then I use the Miracle 3D for my eyes. So I started out really early this morning with that. And I don't even know what time it was. I think it was 5:30 or so. I was watching all the formalities and the gun salutes and them talking about all the family stuff and all the gossip and the stuff. And it went off without a hitch. And the poor queen, 70 plus years with the same man. I haven't done, well, of course, I haven't done 70 plus years with anything. But how wonderful to have a man that you could count on for that long in your life, and to have someone to love you that long. Okay, so that's the eye cream that I use. And then I use the naturally oil because I am sucky dry. And I don't use much. Oh, I'm down to the bottom of that. I just use a couple of drops and pat it in. And is this a skin regimen in Mary Kay's line? No, this is talking about mix and match. I mix and match everything. But you know what? This is the skin regime that I have come up with for me that works the best for my skin tone. And then next that I use is the Time Wise Repair Serum. And a couple of squirts. That's how much I use of that. And notice everything that I do, I'm doing upward and outward, patting it in, patting it on. And do I do it this fast normally? Yes. And then I always put the rest on my hands and on my arms. And do I wait for things to dry? No. I know you're supposed to, but do I? No. Then the next thing I use is the Skin Repair Moisturizer, the day cream. And I use about half as much as you're supposed to because I have so many other things on with the oil on and with the serum on. And again, I pat that in. So you didn't know you were going to get the whole regime this morning. And if you're watching the replay, if you want to fast forward through this, go ahead. It's just, I really wanted to show you because a lot of people have questions on that mix and masking. So if you have questions right now, please feel free to go ahead and put them in there and I'll check in just a minute. But the next thing that I have is the Mary Kay primer. And also, if you have questions about anything that I'm doing right now, put those in the chat or feel free to private message me if you don't feel comfortable asking in the chat. Okay. And again, I just put a little bit, not much. But again, that just gives you, and I'm putting it mostly in the T-zone because that's where I'm going to put most of my makeup. I put most of my foundation right in that area and then blend it out so that it's, because as you can see, that's where most of my redness is. And redness from, I should have kept my hair back. Oh well. Redness from the masking, and then also just a little redness from a little rosacea, not too bad. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of the concealer. Whoops. I can get up off the floor. Okay. And what color is this? Perfecting Concealer. Who knows? Perfecting Concealer. Deep Ivory. And I don't use a whole lot. Not like that one thing that I put up that she used half a bottle on everything. And I just use my finger. And I like it on my lids too. Sometimes I use the sponge if I have a clean sponge, which I do not right now. So since I have such a nice clean face, I'm not going to use that sponge on my face. I'm just going to use my finger. And I'm patting it in. Pat, pat, pat. And you'll notice I used concealer a couple of times. Okay, patting that in. Okay, then I'm going to use the under eye corrector. Just a dot. Get that up in there. And see, by doing that, I hardly need any foundation at all now. And I do use a base of CC cream. Again, not much. So there's my CC cream. And I still like putting on my foundation with the brush. I've got a hair. There we go. So this is the actually mineral powder brush, but I'm using it as a foundation brush. And again, putting it mostly right in this area where I have the redness. This one is medium to deep. It's a little dark on me, but when I put the other foundation over the top, it blends out. Okay. And see, I could do just that. That would be fine. But I'm lazy and I want my foundation to stay on absolutely all day. So I'm going to put a little layer of the Timewise foundation on. Plus the new Timewise 3D foundation, it has special things in it, really special things. Okay. Where is it? How can I lose it? It should be, there it is. It's right in front of me. Okay, this one is neutral 190. Now the special things that are in it, it has special things to block the blue light that come off your computer. And so for those of you that are on the computer all day, or you are addicted to your phone, or you use your phone a lot, you have that blue light in front of you a lot. And again, I'm not using that. Well, it looks like it's a lot because it started dripping down my hand, but it really wasn't a lot. And again, I'm going to put it in these areas, right in that T-zone, and then blending out to the sides because the sides don't need as much. But it has that special blue blocking in it. And then I take it and kind of what's left on the brush. And again, I'm patting down, I'm not swiping down. Then I take that down my neck and décolleté area. Because see, I'm fairly red in here too. So I want to take a little of that color out. And the N190 has a lot of yellow in it. But I want that blue block protection. Here we go. There, so look how nice, see how it takes all that out? Okay. Then I'm going to give myself some brows real fast, and then we are going to get this party started. So have one more sip of coffee. Get my serum out of the way. So anyway, I was watching this morning and I found it so fascinating. And so I had a couple of cups of French roast this morning watching, and then I just made a latte to have with you guys. But just the, you know, they have so many, oh, what do you call them? Traditions. They have so many traditions. And to see that happen and to see the beautiful buildings and hear all about his life and what he did. And it was just fascinating. And how many, put in the chat, how many of you watched the series Castle? Or not Castle, The Crown, The Crown. How many of you watched The Crown? All the seasons. and that Crown series, they really did not depict him as being very good to her at the beginning. And they certainly did not portray that when they talked about him now, which of course they're not going to. That's their prince, that's their consort. They love him dearly. And, you know, even if he was a playboy in the beginning, he certainly was her rock forever. Okay, we are ready to play. We are ready to get this party started. So did you like that little video from Lori Hoggs? Did you watch it? Okay, let's check and see what's going on. It says 8 comments and I see 1. Okay, here we go. What's going on? Here we go, here we go. Charcoal and eye patches this morning. Good for you, Zenda. So you're wide awake too then. Jill Mask, yes, Juana, very good for wrinkles because it brings that hydration to your skin. It just gives you that nice, that's much smoother look. I mean, people, when I do the hydration with the gel mask or when I use that, the full coconut mask, people are always like, oh my gosh, your skin is so smooth. It's so, it's just so dewy looking. Betty, love to mix and match. Letitia, good morning, Letitia. Juana's here, Letitia's here, Betty's here, Zenda's here. So welcome, and if you can come on later, let us know that you're here. A lot of times it doesn't tell me who is here. So what we are doing this morning, so if you are going to do this with me, let me get my washcloth out of the way. I'm kind of making a mess with it. There we go. Okay, these are the products that you will be needing. And they are beautiful. So just a couple of colors. You know, Lori, she's kind of like me. She loves her colors. We are going to be using Sandcastle, Sandcastle on the brow bone, Dusty Rose. Dusty Rose is going to be your shadow in the crease. Pomegranate. Pomegranate was from the Fall Edition limited line. And Merlot, a chroma fusion in the outer corner crease. Sweet Plum is going to be in the outer corner lower lid. Golden Mauve is going to be on the lid. Gold Status in your tear duct. And then Purple Nova is a liquid. Let me get my liquids out. And I'll repeat these so you can run and get them. Your Purple Nova is a liquid liner, and it's going to be on the bottom line smudged and also on the outer corner. And then Light Beam and Stardust are going to be, that's these two. Nope. It was a good guess. These two. There we go. These two are going to be mixed together on the lid. Okay, so the deal is you want to have a matte shade always in the crease because that is what's going to give you the super drama. Then we're going to go with Wineberry. Wineberry is going to be your blush, and then a Lash Intensity mascara, and then your lip. So see what you have for lips. You want something golden, okay? So I'm going to use Tenacious Taupe. Do you still have Tenacious Taupe around, or something with a brown type look in it? Because the thing is, we're going to use a lot of purple, and what is the complement of purple is a gold or a bronze. So I'm going to use the Tenacious Taupe with Beach Bronze on top, and then we're going to use the gold or the copper from the Pyrite collection. And we're going to tap that on top to really pop the gold out. So how's that for your morning? You might need a little more coffee before we start this one. Okay, let's get going so we have enough time so we can get you out of here to enjoy this gorgeous day. So I'll repeat those real quickly so you can run, get your bag, and get this party started. Sandcastle. These are your Chroma Fusion colors. Sandcastle, Dusty Rose, Pomegranate, and that was from the Fall Edition collection. If you don't have pomegranate, that is this one right here. Then you could probably use, let me see, you could even use the wine. You could use Rosy Nude cheek color instead of the pomegranate. Okay, then Merlot, Sweet Plum, Golden Mauve, Gold Status, and then all of your liquid colors except the brown. You're going to use the Stardust, Pink Stardust, Light Beam, and the Purple Nova. And then you want Wineberry for your blush and a golden or bronzy color lip. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this party started. So I'm gonna check comments real fast to see if you think I'm absolutely crazy, because we know Lori Hogg's crazy and I want to join her club because crazy people have more fun. Okay, so either they're not letting me have the comments or you're running to get your stuff. Okay, we're going to start out with Sandcastle on the brow bone. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little wedgie brush to put that on my brow bone. And so what I did is I put them in here. I'm finally getting savvy to this thing. I put them in here in order, going from this side to this side, how we're going to use them so I can keep track. So this is Sandcastle, and we're going to put it up on the brow bone. So we're going to put it right up there. And Sandcastle is a really interesting color. It does have, it's a lighter color, so it is going to pop those brows. And I can see right now I'm going to have to go back and define those brows after we're done. But it does have some gold in it. Let me get closer over here. My mirror's way far away. That's not going to work. And it's way not on the magnifying side. That's not going to work either. Okay, so I've got it up in the brow bone. So that is your Sandcastle. Sandcastle up in the brow bone. Next is your Dusty Rose, and it is going to go in the crease. So I'm going to use my crease brush. Okay, with Dusty Rose. And again, this one right here. That is your Dusty Rose. Oh, that mirror's going to pop it. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to do that right in the crease. And for me, because again, I have the overhang, I do it a little above the crease. So wherever your crease is, you're going to put a little Dusty Rose. And I'm not too worried about blending yet. I'm just applying the colors. Okay, then we're going to get the pomegranate, and we're going to put just a little bit of pomegranate. I'm going to use this one, okay, all over eye color. And I'm going to use a little teeny bit of pomegranate on the edge of that Dusty Rose, because again, pomegranate is another matte color. I'm going to put that just on the outside edge. So this is a very warm look. Okay, a little drop there, a little drop there. All right, then the next color, it's warm and cool actually. Then next is the Merlot, and Merlot is going to go in the outer corner crease. Okay, so I'm going to get my crease brush again. Okay, how do I lose them so fast? What I need is a special container just to pop my brushes, and I've got them in a, they're in a, here we go. They're in a round container, but I need one that I can separately just set them in. Okay, so next is the Merlot. And Merlot, again, it's fairly dark. It's almost a brown, it's so dark. Now lift the mirror. It's this one right here. On the very edge, that one. Okay, and that's going to go just in the very, very outer crease. So it's in the corner. So you're going to make a little V with it. It's not coming off very well. I'm going to do it wet. It's just, I think it's because I've used it wet so much. I'm not getting any color. So I'm putting a little finishing spray in my hand and getting it wet to get a little more color. There we go. Can you see that now? Much better. Much better. So what I'm doing here is I'm just getting a little more depth. I don't want a whole lot of that because that's a fairly dark color, but I want some depth. Okay, does that give it a little depth? All right. Then next is Sweet Plum on the outer corner on the lower lid. All righty, so Sweet Plum is this, and again, Sweet Plum is a warm plum. It's not a cool plum. So I'm going to take that Sweet Plum and I'm going to put it on the outer corner lower lid. Okay, look at the difference. Okay. I'll do the other eye. And I am bringing it up a little bit. See how I did that up? Right in here. Because I tend to have droopy eyes and I don't want to be droopy. It's kind of like talking. It's kind of like Eeyore. Do you end your sentences saying, we'll go like up here, the gel semi-matte trademark pink. Do you say gel semi-matte trademark pink? Or do you say gel semi-matte trademark pink? There's a big difference. Lilt in your voice, or do you go Eeyore? I need my eyes to go up. I need lit. I need sparkle. I don't want to be sad. There we go. Okay, that is the sweet plum. Now we're going to use golden mauve on the lid. So I'm going to use my all over brush again. And golden mauve. Golden mauve is a very interesting color. It is golden. Get that in the light. There we go. But it is sparkly. Okay, it's almost a brown. It's a brownish, mauvish, golden. It's a good color to have in your collection. And we're going to do this all over the lid. Okay. Can you see that? You're going to think, oh my gosh, all you're doing is mixing and just blend. Yeah, we are putting a bunch on. But you know what? Think about the finest painting. You have all kinds of colors. You have all kinds of blends. You don't have just a quick swipe and go. And again, see me tapping that in? Want to tap, because you get a better, more gorgeous color when you tap it in. Okay, that is the golden mauve. The next one is gold status. And we're going to put that in the tear duct. So I need a fairly small brush for that. I'm going to use this little wedgie brush to put it in the tear duct. And that is the gold status. That one is this one right here. Whoop, right there. So tear duct, we're going to go right over here. So I'll do one side and then look and see if you see any big difference. Okay, see how that pops the eye open? It's on this side. Okay, gold status in the tear duct. I think I want this one a little higher. Yeah. Okay, then Purple Nova liquid shadow on the outer corner. And again, I'm going to use an all over brush. So Purple Nova. And again, Purple Nova is our liquid shadow. The best way to apply these is go ahead and put it on the back of your hand. Okay. And we're doing this on the outer corner. Now, what's interesting is usually I put this on first, and then I put the Chroma Fusion on top. This is my first experience at putting this on top. Oh, that's pretty. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's really sparkly. So I'm putting it on this outer corner. And I'm not putting a lot, just a little, just to give it some pop. And I'll clean up my edges and my everything in a little bit. Okay, so then we're going to put Light Beam and Stardust mixed together on the lid. So I'm going to wipe that. I'm going to use the same brush, so I'm going to wipe it off. So we're going to use the pink Stardust. a little on the back of my hand, and we're going to use the light beam. And I'm going to mix those together. Okay. And I'm going to pat them right on the lid, give it some pop. So what you're doing is you have that color underneath, and then this. Okay, see the difference in those? Then this will pop that color, the color, the chromofusion underneath will come through, but you'll have the pop of this on top where it's so sparkly. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And plus, because these are the liquid, they will dry to a powder. Okay, so I think what I need is just a little more of the Dusty Rose. Where's my crease brush? To give it some more definition, because I don't want it to look flat. And the Dusty Rose, remember, that one is the matte. There's my mirror. How did I get this so perfect before? Okay, there it is. Okay, that's the matte. And so I want to make sure that I'm not just all glitter disco ball. And I also want to, this is where you look in and you want to make sure that you're coming in to the center, you know, either 1 finger's width or 2 fingers width, whatever works for your eyes, but you want them even. So I'm going to look straight in the mirror and I'm going to place that. And I follow my eyebrow. And that's the Dusty Rose. That's the matte to give it some definition then. So you're not a disco ball. No disco balls coming out of with my name on them. And again, I want that just a little bit of the pomegranate right on that outer corner, just for a little bit more depth. Okay, then I'm going to take, because I haven't really blended yet at all, and I'm going to take and swirl up and out. Then I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to take, see, it's a very fine edged brush. And I'm going to go straight up. Can you see that? Okay, see the difference? See how messy this line is over here? And see how this one? And I want a nice clean cut line. So I'm going from the edge here right up to my eyebrow. Clean up on aisle 2. Concealer, clean up on aisle 2. Then I'm going to take what's left of that on my hand and I'm going to go right down here. Get those dark circles again. And then as I look, I think I want just a little bit more of that sweet plum underneath. And this time I'm going to, I like the way it's on there, but I want just a little bit more defined. So I'm going to use a little bit of the setting spray, go back into that sweet plum. And right on the outer corner. Okay, now with this look, they are suggesting a brown liner. Okay, so I have hot fudge. I'm going to use hot fudge wet, and then they say to set it with the onyx. So again, I'm going to use my setting spray. I'm going to use the hot fudge as a brown liner. You can use the MK, the pencil liner too. I just prefer to use a wet. I have better control because, you know, I'm kind of out of control. For those of you people that are in better control, the pencils are wonderful. But for me, this is just better. Okay, the hot fudge is beautiful with these colors. Oh my gosh. Okay, then I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom. Not a lot, just a little. Just a little bit. And this purple and the brown really pops out the brown in my eyes. Okay. Then it says to accent that with onyx to set it. So I'm going to take again a little bit of the spray, and I've got the onyx, that one way back here. So it's a really beautiful black eyeshadow that I'm going to use as a liner. And I'm just going to put it on the outer corners because I don't want to get this too dark. And outer corner here. And outer corner up on top. Okay, now before I have more of a mess than I already have, I'm going to get my translucent powder out. Got it on my finger, my trusty finger. I'm going to put that underneath my eye so that my liner doesn't come down. Okay, I think I'll put some lashes on real fast. So what are you thinking so far? Thinking that this side, let's come up a little teeny bit. Yeah, that's better. Is this something you would do? Probably not every day. Some people would. I mean, there are some people who put their false eyelashes on every single day. So what are you thinking? Do you like it? Is it pretty? And I'll repeat the colors for you at the end. So if you missed them, I will tell you again. So this is waterproof mascara. And again, I always use it so that I can curl, keep the curl in my lashes. Otherwise the curl falls out straight. Kind of like some people say, oh my gosh, I never curl my hair because the curl falls out. That's me. And so I have found that that helps to keep the curl. And then this is the intensity, and this is the one that they suggest for a high volume, for high intensity, for dramatic lashes. There you go. Okay, and then just a little teeny bit of Fanorama because I like the brush. And that's just to, it helps me separate them. It gets that little brush gets in there and gets all the little extra lashes. And then that's the one I prefer for the bottom. Okay, now cheeks on this one, look through your bag and find wineberry. And and I have fairly dark skin, I'm using the N190, but if you have fair skin, if you're an ivory girl, just take that wineberry and you're going to put a little bit of the translucent powder on the back of your hand. And you're going to use the wineberry mixed with the translucent powder. And that'll be a beautiful color on you. Okay. All right, let's get to the wineberry. Okay, so here's my brush, and it's my regular cheek brush, the one that has the little, yeah, there's the little hole. See the little divot? And that's where I want to put my thumb. Okay, wineberry is fairly intense, so I'm going to take a little bit off. Oops, a little bit there. And I'm going to put it on my cheek. And a little bit on that cheek. That's pretty. Very pretty. And then I am going to go ahead and put, okay, we're doing good. Little highlighter on the top. And I have taken the brush and see where the point is, and I'm dipping my point into the highlighter to get that on the top. Then the same thing with the latte for the contour. Then I take my fluffy brush. Bring those together. Okay, working our way to the lips. What am I doing now? I'm putting a little bit of the highlighter on my nose, a little bit on the cleft. Then I just used finger. This is the latte, the contour, put it on the side of my nose. And then blending it down. Okay, lips. Are you ready for some lips? Here we go. Good morning, Marianne. Welcome, welcome. Now, Marianne is really interesting because a lot of the looks, we do the look and then she goes and orders it. So Marianne has expanded her makeup by watching our Makeup and Wake Up. Okay, I'm going to put a little of the lip primer on, because that always keeps my lips in place. And see how I'm going up above? Now, I'm not a smoker, but I'm a latte drinker. So I've got the little wrinkles from sucking on the straw. Then I am going to use a little, this is medium nude, just to create a little bit of a lip. So if you're still looking in your bag through your purse, you're looking for a golden. We are looking for golden lips to go with that purple eye. Okay, so I'm going to use Tenacious Taupe. You may still have Tenacious Taupe, or you can use any of your nude colors. I picked this one because a lot of my nude colors had a lot of pink in them, and I didn't want the clashing of the pink and the, I wanted it more of a brown. This was very popular last year, so you probably still have some left. And if you never got it, ask your consultant, she may still have some. Because it was a beautiful color. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now on top of that, I'm going to put the Beach Bronze. And you can just stay like that. But we're going to pop it up a little. So back to that pyrite that we had, the pyrite and the copper. I'm going to take my finger, and you could also do this with the gold status. If you didn't have the copper, you could do, yeah, that one right there, the gold status. You could do the same thing, but I like the copper because it's so sparkly. And I'm just going to put a little bit along the bottom. Well, I'm going to, yeah, put the bottom on, I'm going to put it on the bottom lip and then put them together. And I'm going to put it on the top too. There. Oh, I don't have earrings on today. Oh, because I had the mask on. There you go. What do you think of that look? So again, the colors that we use, Sandcastle is on the brow bone. Dusty Rose is in the shadow crease. And Sandcastle and Dusty Rose are both matte, which is interesting. Pomegranate from the fall collection is on the outer part of that crease. And again, matte. Merlot from the Chroma Fusion is on the outer corner crease. Merlot is also a matte. Then we have Sweet Plum on the outer corner lid. The Sweet Plum does have a little sparkle to it. Golden Mauve on the lid. Golden Mauve definitely has sparkle to it. Gold Status in the tear duct definitely has sparkle to it. And then the Purple Nova Liquid Shadow on the outer corner definitely has sparkle in it. Light Beam and Pink Stardust on the lid. In fact, I think I might add just a little bit more of that just to give it a little more pop now that we're done. So Pink Stardust and Light Beam. Gonna mix a little of those together. I think I'll just use my finger on this and just do a little pop right in the very middle. You got to be very careful not to cover up your liner. And I did a little bit on that side, so I'm going to go back and do that liner. Okay, so where is my... So I'm just going to go and just blend that liner over. Yeah. Very pretty. It's a very sophisticated, because there are so many colors, but you don't have any harsh edges at all. Okay, on the cheeks are Wineberry. And then on the lips, I had Tenacious Taupe, a medium nude. And then I had the Beach Bronze with the copper from the pyrite and the copper. Okay, questions, answers. What do you think about it? Would you do it? Huh? Would you? Probably not every day because there are a lot of steps. But if you were going out to something, and if you're wearing all black, if you are wearing something taupe or wearing an ivory or a white, it would be gorgeous. It's not showing me the comments. It shows that you guys did more comments, but it's not showing them to me. Okay, so do PM if you have more questions. Do comment if you have more comments. It's not showing them right now. I am going to go ahead. We're out of time. I am going to straighten up my brows a little bit because I think that, when I look, I see my eyes, which is good. I mean, you really see the brown of my eyes, but I think that I need to frame my eyes a little bit. So actually, I'll finish that up while I tell you, for those people that came on that are interested in becoming consultants, okay? Because we always have people that are coming on that are interested in becoming consultants, and we would like to tell you a little bit about it while I finish up my brows. It's very easy to become a consultant. You can become a consultant right now for $30. That's all it takes. Okay. And if you would like to do the full consultant, it's $130. And that's where you get all your supplies to do an actual in-person class. So you can either do just an online, like what we're doing right now, and just do like a QVC type special. Or you can do a, as we're opening up and you want to do classes again, you can do classes. And so it all depends on what you want to do. And your budget. Sometimes people like to start out and that's all they can do is the $30. The thing is, when you do the $130, you do get $400 worth of full-size product, which is incredible. And it's a really good deal. And it's kind of like, why would you want to go and spend all that? And when you can get I like that better. I think the side was just too light. I just needed a little bit more. And then it will fade through the day too. And then you can also add a $45 starter package that has the samples in it. So that way you can have samples and you can send them out. So when people say, oh, I really like that dusty rose, well, then you'll have that dusty rose you can send out to her, or you can send her a lip gloss, or you can send her a lipstick sample, or you can send her samples of the skincare so that your friends can try them. And then they can go to your website and they can purchase them because your website comes with both packages. And then they have a way to put their credit card in because the credit card processing also comes with both packages. Oh yeah, I needed brows. And so that's how easy it is. And then we have an entire site for Mary Kay, just for Mary Kay consultants, that you can go in there and you can learn and you can be trained. And if you have questions, you either go to the person that brought you into the company. If you can't get a hold of her, then you get a hold of me. And if you can't get a hold of me, there is a whole resource in there. And there are modules for training. You get your whole education in there, and you can you can educate yourself at your own rate. If you're one of those people that like to go in and do it all at once, you can do it all at once, or you can do it 15, 20 minutes, an hour at a time. You decide. You do your own training at where you are in your life, where you are in your business. And you may come into the company and it may be 4 or 5 years from now that you can actually really work your business besides being a hobby consultant and buying for yourself at cost, which is 50%, by the way. And or you can have a couple of people on your customer list. So there's so many ways, so many different ways. So if you're interested in this at all, contact me, contact your consultant, and we will talk to you. We will, don't make an educated decision by not knowing the facts. So, all right. So that's with the brows on, and that's the look for the day. And I hope you enjoyed it. So let me check one more time to see if there are any more comments. The last one gives my eyes some sparkle with the eyebrows. Yeah, it makes them dance. Eyebrows, you guys, if you're not putting your eyebrows on, it's like framing your face. It's just, it lifted everything up. So, all right, everybody go out and enjoy your day. Have a fantastic, if you're in the Northwest, you have a fantastic day. If you're in the Northeast, enjoy your 8 inches of snow. And if you didn't get a chance to watch the incredible, it's history making on the prince and the queen and everything else. It's not a morbid thing. Death is the circle of life, but it was just absolutely fascinating, and watching how they work it and how they did it in COVID. It was quite fascinating. So continue on. Have a great time. Mwah. Thank you for always coming on, and we will not see you next week. I will go look at the calendar, see if we can come in maybe Thursday night or Friday really early before, because I know that we have classes on Friday night. We have our big conference coming up this weekend. So I will go look at that now, and then see if Facebook will be my friend and allow me to post an event for this week. All right. Mwah. And again, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for supporting your consultant.